Joining me now on the CNBC Newsline is Republican Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana. Senator, it's great to have you. Where are you and where's this bill? Where does it currently stand?
Yeah, I'm in my office about to go vote. Democrats continue to say that they're not going to vote to pass it. I'm not quite sure what Schumer's complaining about. It was formed because there were 5 working groups of Republicans and Democrats, and then those 5 working groups, the product of those 5 working groups was joined together. The Speaker, Pelosi, she also had input. I know that because a provision that I thought would be a good idea, which Democrats in the Senate thought was a good idea, I'm told her staff vetoed. There was an agreement, and then Pelosi and Schumer walked in and blew it up. And since then, Schumer's been claiming he needs more and more and more. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I do know that the American people, their, if you will, bad situation will be prolonged because of what Schumer is doing.
Well, our Kayla Tausche reported towards the top of the hour that one of the demands was, I think, for airlines to be, I'll have to use the language exactly, more climate-focused as a string attached for getting the bailouts. Is that, do you know what exactly the hang-ups here are? Because there's a lot of rumors making the rounds.
I have not heard that, but that would blow my mind if right now they are trying to put climate policy in something which is trying to keep the American economy going. If they are doing that, that is just incredible. What we're doing for the airlines is a loan. It is not a bailout, but it'll keep flight attendants, it'll keep pilots, it'll keep ground crew, you name it, employed. And if that's what they're trying to do, this is just a loss with reality. I'm sorry to be so aggravated, but if that is true, I feel like throwing a chair across the room.
Would this bill have passed already if you had
all
of your Republican colleagues there?
No, it needs 60
they're
votes.
Absent because of coronavirus or concerns about it, right? What's going on with the count and who's there and who's not there?
Well, it needs 60 votes. We have 5 people out, self-quarantining, Scott Paul, Romney, Lee, and Gardner. But it should be unanimous. It should be truly unanimous because it was worked on a bipartisan basis. We had complete sign-off with the White House, the Democratic leader, and McConnell, and then Schumer blew it up. And if it's over climate change policy on air flight emissions, I'm just stupefied.
I don't believe that's the only hang-up. I've seen a few other things that people, but again, I don't want to speak. I don't have the information in front of me. I'm sure that there's a lot that, as always, that goes on behind closed doors here, but obviously this is of the utmost urgency for the public. So if this does pass the procedural vote today, which it only needs 54, correct? You still need those 60 members to pass that altogether?
No, I believe we need 60 for the procedural vote.
60, okay. Yeah, no, it's hard following the Senate rules sometimes. We always have to become experts again in the middle of these financial crises. But bottom line, you think this thing should pass unanimously no matter what?
There's going to be things in here, in retrospect, we wish we would have tightened. But what's more important right now? Getting dollars to a hospital, which is frontline caring for people who have COVID-19 and, by the way, still have appendicitis, a heart attack, and a car wreck. The resources that those institutions need to function, financial support to provide liquidity for small businesses and for large businesses, to keep those folks, to keep their employees employed. That's the key thing, to keep their employees employed, or to work on some of the nonsense they're talking about. And yes, of course we'd like to have tighter legislation, but I sure would really wish we didn't have COVID-19. As long as we have COVID-19, I think there has to be a sense of urgency. FDR once said, it's more important to have energy than efficiency. At this point, it's more important to have energy than efficiency.
All right, Senator, we know you have to go. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.